Hey guys, Phil Longmire here. I want to bring you up to speed on something that I'm putting together. I'm putting together a 10-part series on parenting, and I would like to invite you to go ahead and join me. Since you probably don't know who I am, for the past 14 years I've been teaching different principles in different life situations, in life settings for the past 14 years, and over those 14 years, I've been able to develop different principles that we can apply to our lives in all different types of life situations. And one of the ones that I have extreme amount of passion around is parenting and relationships. And so I've decided to take some of the principles that I've learned in parenting, being a husband, being a father, having two teenage children, and moving through and watching the choices that they're making now as teenagers, when everybody dreads and believes that kids can be abducted by aliens by the time they're 13 and returned when they're 21. That doesn't always have to be the case, and I don't believe that kids always make choices by chance and they just turn out great. I think that has a lot to do with parenting, and I fully understand that we could be the best parents in the world and our kids still make the wrong decisions, and I fully understand that, but I would rather move in a way that sets our kids up for success than failure, and just leave it all to happen chance. So I want to bring some of the teachings that I've been doing over the past 14 years, and I've not only seen this transform my life, my marriage, my kids' lives, but I've also watched it transform many other people's marriages, lives, and single parents and so forth. And so I'm bringing this 10-part series online, and I want to teach it, and I'm going to set it up in a video kind of thing, and begin doing that. And I want to invite you to join us. And some of the things we're going to be talking about, I'll just go through the list, is, what is parenting? We're going to talk about what are the top 5 things you should always be doing as a parent. I'm going to teach how do I make my home a refuge instead of a war zone. How do I build open communication in my home? Who are the friends of my child, and how do I know they're good for my child? How do I set my child up for success? How do I use social media to my advantage? Because a lot of times it seems it's a disadvantage to us. How do I handle tough topics like dating and sex and drugs and all the things that as your kid continuously gets older, the one thing you'll notice, preschool was a breeze, man. It was just, be sure you say please and thank you, and stop screaming at your teacher. And now it's, you get odd questions the older they get. And so, how do you handle these tough topics, and how do you set yourself up to have your kids prepared when they begin to hear these tough topics in school? Because if you don't teach them, man, they're going to learn it from somebody else, and I'd rather be teaching it than have them learn from someone else. What do I do when my child takes the wrong path? We all know that kids can go the wrong way, and what is it that I do, and what are the signs I should be looking for, and how do I see those things before they happen? And if I miss those things and we're already in that stage, how do I get out of it? How do I love my child and protect my child and bring my child back from taking the wrong path? So some preventive maintenance, and if we miss it, then how do we deal with it? And so we're going to talk about that. And the last thing we're talking about is what should I be doing now to prepare myself for an open nest? And you might be thinking, that's something you do when your kids are a junior or senior in high school. It's not. My wife and I, we began preparing for being open nesters probably as young as when our kids were 5 years old. That's when I learned this principle that I'm going to teach to you, that you need to be preparing for it now, regardless, even if your child is just born. How do you prepare for that? And it'll make more sense when we teach it. But those are the top 10 things that we're going to be talking about and teaching over the next 10 weeks. It'll be one lesson a week. I'll put together the video for you, and we can and not only will there be a video involved with the teaching, but we're also going to I'll try to do an audio recording. Not sure I'm going to do both, but definitely video in there. And then we'll also do, I'm going to make an ebook for each topic that's there. And so you can get an idea of what the ebooks look like, and see my teaching style, and see the kind of information that I cover. If you can do that by looking below, it's one of the ebooks that I've created, and it's How Do I Know My Teenager is Ready to Date. If you're in that stage of life, you can go ahead and check that out, and it's $10. And if you don't like it, just email me back and I'll buy it back from you, and you can keep the book. But you'll get an idea of what my teaching style is, and how I am. And so it's great information, man. I'm not lying. This stuff will change your life. It'll change your parenting. It'll build up your arsenal. It's going to be some great stuff. Normally I would charge $150 for this type of class, and the things that we're going to be teaching, and the amount of information and stuff that I'm going to be putting into this. And so normally it's $150, but because we're just starting, and we're going to start in a couple of weeks, I'm going to go ahead and make it available over the next 2 weeks. You can get involved in the class for $65, and that'll include the 10 lessons, the 10 ebooks, and the information and open access. If something I say rubs you the wrong way, or if you have more questions, I'll coach you through some of that stuff for a limited amount of time. But if you're interested, $65. You go to the bottom of this page, right there it says, Phil, sign me up for a 10-week lesson for $65. Or if you want to buy the ebook, go ahead, purchase that for $10. And just for the next 2 weeks, 2 weeks only, if you buy the ebook, and for the $10, I'll go ahead and knock that $10 off, so it'll be $55. But that's only if you buy the ebook. But other than that, it's going to be $65. So after the 2 weeks, I'm moving the price up to $150 for the entire package. So if you want to jump in now, feel free to. Again, it's good information. And maybe I can even get my wife to help co-teach some of this stuff. She's very knowledgeable in a lot of this stuff too. So looking forward to spending the next 10 weeks with you guys. So go ahead and sign up. Let's get started. Let me know that you're interested, and see you in a couple of weeks. All right.